So it is that time of the year again, folks. We have major Black Friday deals and also already major Cyber Monday deals. And you are here clearly for that. You want to know what's good, what's not good, and I'm going to share all of that with you guys. We are going to first cover phones, deals on phones. Then we're going to hop onto tablets, and then we're going to close up with some electronic accessories, meaning things like, the watches, buds, and things like that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right in. Welcome back to the channel, folks. It's been a while since I made this style video, and I know many of you like it. Essentially, I'll walk you through the many Black Friday deals that I have stumbled upon. Remember, I'm gonna have the links in the description and also in the comments section that will take you directly to the deals. So those links are gonna come attached with some of their extra discount to them also. So make sure that you hit the links in order to take full advantage of all of those deals. Again, the links will be in the description. Let's go ahead and start off with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 here. So as you would notice here, the link will take me directly to the phone here. Some of you are not familiar with this phone. Many of you are already. This is a $1,900 phone. $1,899, as you can see there. So you will see a baseline discount, but that is not all, right? You see $300 off, which brings you down to $1,599, but that is not all. If you scroll down here, you see that it's applicable to the online exclusive colors, which by the way are the best colors. They're the most popular one. So for either the white one or the crafted black here. But anyway, as I mentioned, that's not the whole thing. If you come here and you tell Samsung that you don't have anything to trade in, you get an additional $500 tagged to that $300. Look what happens here. You hit that, you get $800 saved up. So now if you want to buy the phone outright, it will run you $1,099, which is a fantastic price for this phone. I've done the review of this phone. If you haven't watched it already, make sure you watch that video after watching this one. All right, so let's say you don't want to purchase it outright. You have something that you want to go ahead and trade in. Well, let's go back to that option. Let's say you want to trade in. Here's an advice that I'm going to give you about trading things on Samsung. Always trade the same type of device, meaning never buy a Galaxy phone and trade in a tablet, or vice versa. You don't want to buy a tablet and trade in a phone. They will make you feel bad about your device. Here's a quick example. Let's say you want to buy this phone here and you want to trade in your Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra, which ran you, I don't know, $1,200 when you bought it. Look what happens. Let's see here, Samsung Galaxy Tab. They will give you $333 for your $1,200 device if you go for a different device. Now, see, look what happened. Look what happens here when I want to trade in a phone. Boom. Look at that. A whopping $1,200 for an Ultra, or $1,200 for the Z Fold 5. So again, never trade, something. I'd rather you go ahead and sell your device if it's not the same type of device, then trade that in. You sell your device and then get the money and bring the money over to trade that in. But anyways, that was just kind of a sidebar there. Also, another tip for you here is when trading with Samsung, always make sure it's a Samsung device. They give you almost double of credit for their own devices. So if you bring in an iPhone versus a Samsung device, you get much less with the iPhone. Anyway, so let's say you want to trade something in. You could just go down that list, see what you have there, and you could trade in. Now, let's say you want to trade something in to take full advantage, or at least as much as possible, of the deal that they have there, but you don't have a phone to trade in. Here's what I advise you do, and I've showed you this before. You go to eBay and you look for something there, buy it there, and you can come back and get like 200 to 300% the value of what you paid for. So in my case, I've already done the research and I've come up with the conclusion that the best one, the most optimal deal you should go with is the Z Fold 3. You don't have a Z Fold 3, but you want to take advantage of trade-in deals. You go on eBay here, look what happens. We're going to do Z Fold 3. All right, this is going to run you $400. Nope, $280. Look at that, $280. You can buy this for $280. That $280 is going to turn into $1,000 trade-in credit. Just as simple as that. You know, that was a quick search, like a quick search. Maybe you can find even cheaper. I mean, $139 here. Nah, you don't want to buy anything that's broken. You know, anytime they say read, like you see here, that means something is happening there. So anyways, you could go through this, $270, look at that, $270. So you can buy one for $270 and come over here and trade it in for $1,000. And look what happens to the total price when I apply that. Boom. $599. So you're going to be paying $599 for the Z Fold 6. Now keep in mind that this is how much you're paying to Samsung, right? Without accounting the $270 that you paid on eBay, right? So if we want to go ahead, and so I'm bringing this point to say that when you calculate, make sure that you add up everything to get your grand total cost. Look what we have here, $599. So you got that $300 off, and then you got $1,000 off for the Z Fold 3. All right, and then when you move on, no coverage, I forgot to do that. So when you move on, because you are purchasing this, they give you additional discounts on a bunch of other things, right? You know, accessories, or if you want to buy other devices, you get 60% off, 50 here, 50, 40, you know. This is what I call major Black Friday discount. So make sure that you do this. All right, so and you can also do the same with the Z Flip 6 here, right? Same deal. You could go buy something on eBay, come over here, trade that in. You could get up to $750 and you could pay, I don't know, whatever it is. You could pay less than, let's see here, $369 for this. All right, so that is as far as the Z Fold series, well, the Z series goes. Let's go ahead and move on to the next phone. And that next phone is going to be the very popular S24 Ultra, which is, of course, the phone of the year. If you have been eyeing this phone here, this is the time for you to hop on it. Now, keep in mind that the S25 Ultra is coming out soon, but that doesn't mean you have to wait for the S25 Ultra. And let me explain myself. If you were to go for the S24 Ultra, you get a ton of value at a much lower price than you would be paying for the S25 Ultra coming up, right? So let's see, for example, here, the baseline saving here is 120, but that is not it. Look at what happened if you don't have anything to trade in. You click that, $350 would be your baseline saving. So you'd be paying essentially $949 there. And keep in mind also that this is for the 512 gigs of internal storage. Now, let's say you have something to trade in, then you go ahead and click trade in. Again, make sure that it's a Samsung device. Make sure that it is a phone. Otherwise, you get like 1/3 of the value of your device. So make sure it's a phone. Make sure it's a Samsung device. In this case, I did a little bit of research also. You can always do your own research. I did a little bit of research, and in this case, the best thing to do is to go for the S21 Ultra because you get $650 for that. Right, so if we do this, look what happens. You'll be paying $649 for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Now, I know I may be going fast with this, but just make sure to rewatch the video if you missed anything. The reason I went for the S21 Ultra is because if I hop on eBay here again, let's see here. All right, Galaxy S21 Ultra. Let's see. Boom. All right, $259. $254, $227, $193. You can see that, you know, if you do your research, for example, these are refurbished, right? Refurbished is selling for $193. Let's see, $199. I'm pretty sure if you go to auctions, people like, you know, just private parties might sell it for $170, $160, because it's a refurbished, it'll be generally a buy now price. If you want to go ahead and do auction, then you might pay like $180 even. So let's say best case scenario, you pay $180. Come over here, that'll be $180 plus the $649 that you paid for this, and that's going to give you the grand total that you spent on the S24 Ultra. And of course, when you move forward, you'll be able to take advantage of everything else in the ecosystem, you know, 60% off, 62% off here, 46 here, all of that good stuff. Now, let's go ahead and move on to tablets. I don't want this video to be too long. That's why I'm talking fast and moving fast. So if we go ahead and move on to the tablet, I want to start off with the Flagship series. In case you're not aware, I've already made videos on this series here. So let's start off with the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. Baseline saving, $150, right, for the base 1200 RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage. Now, if you want to go ahead and trade something in, click there, boom. We don't want to do phone. Again, I keep saying it because a lot of people fall for this. You want to do tablet because you're purchasing a tablet, You want to do phone if you're purchasing a phone. You want to do watch if you're purchasing a watch, and so forth. All right, so the best deal that I've come up with was I believe the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus. Now, don't get me wrong. The Galaxy Tab S8 Plus is a great tablet. In case you want to get rid of yours, this would be the opportunity to do so, right? Because you could get $500 trade-in credits, for that. You add it there, and your grand total for the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus here is going to be $350. Again, this is a top level tablet. Sure, we've talked about the processing power and things like that, how compared to the Tab S9 Plus, it is, it's more powerful than Tab S9 Plus, but not as much as we would have liked, but still it is a top level tablet. The same goes for the Ultra. If you want to trade in something, well, the baseline, let's talk about the baseline saving here first. It is $200. And then if you want to go ahead and trade something in, you can do, if you do the Tab S8 Plus, that's going to take off $600. And if you ask me, if you have the Tab S9 Ultra, I don't think you should trade, but that's just me. Unless, of course, you want to take advantage of the new stuff that's added to the Tab S10 Ultra, right? Things like the anti-reflective coating, right? Or the longer support, software support. Those are pretty nice things to have. And of course, the upgrade in processing power, those are pretty nice. But I would argue that the Tab S9 Ultra is a beast. But you can still trade. If you still want to do it, be my guest. If you have the Tab S8 Ultra and you want to trade to the Tab S10 Ultra, I could definitely see that be a nice move. Again, if you were to do that, if we agree here, then you essentially be paying $250 for the Tab S9 or Tab S10 Ultra, my mistake. And of course, as you move forward, you get access to additional deals. Let's go ahead and move on to just the mid-range tablets, right? For the mid-range tablets here, many of you have been asking so many questions about them. And again, good time to buy would be now. If we go ahead and look at the Galaxy Tab FE series, those would be the mid-range. So starting off here with the regular FE. Normally it's $450 for the tablet, but if you want to just pay, want to buy it outright, it's going to run you $299 because you get that Black Friday discount of $150. Now, if you want to trade something in, right? I did the calculation, did the math for you. If we want to do tablet, again, want to stick with tablet, trade that in. Your best bet would be the Tab S6 Lite if you don't have a tablet, because you could find that for $100 off of eBay. You come over here and get $250 for it. If you say yes, we say no coverage, we go down, and we'll see that your total is $199. That's what you're paying for the Galaxy Tab S9 FE. And the same goes for, let's see here, the FE Plus, right? It's $599 normally. The baseline saving is going to be $200 if you want to purchase that outright. If you want to go ahead and trade it in, let's see. You can go ahead and you can get the S6 Lite also. Now, I'm going to argue that you're better off just buying it outright, because once you play around with this and then you go on eBay, you come back and then let's say you go on eBay, you pay, I don't know, $100 for the Tab S6 Lite, you come up here and trade that in, then you pay $349. So technically, you're not saving that much. I don't know why Samsung made it this way, in a way where buying it outright feels like you're saving more, right, than going through the hassle of buying something else and coming over here and trying to save. All right, finally, of course, let's go ahead and move on to accessories. The accessory deals are pretty neat, right? Look at this guy here. You can save up to $190 off of this. The baseline saving for this without any trade-in is $89, or let's say $90. Let's see, and that's going to bring you to $189. If you want to trade something in, all right, it's gonna be pretty neat. You get $100 for any of these. The one that I really want to show you is the savings that you have with the watches. Let's say you want to pick up the Watch Ultra. It's $650 normally. The baseline saving is $215 if you want to go ahead and purchase that outright, right? But let's say, so if you want to go ahead and buy it, actually it'll be $434. Let's say you want to go ahead and trade something in. Look what happens here. Want to trade in something Samsung and want to trade the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. They give you $100 for the Watch Pro. And let's see how much the Watch Pro costs here, right? So you go on eBay, let's see, Watch 5 Pro, right there. You could get it for $91. So I'm pretty sure these are, by the way, refurbished. So you pay $91 for refurbished. So if you keep looking, you might find it for $80 from private parties. So let's say you pay $85. Let's just say middle ground, $85 there, and you trade that in for $300. You agree to the terms. Let's see here, move down, no coverage. You essentially are paying $134 for this watch plus the $85. So you are roughly about $210 for a $650 watch. This is a major deal. Again, the links are going to be in the description. Make sure to check out those links. If you want to do the same for the Galaxy Watch, this one is wild because you're paying like $3 for this. Let's say, and we'll go ahead and save this, add this. Look at that. Your total due to Samsung is $2. So you essentially paid like, I don't know, $88, $89 for this watch, right? If you buy your watch off of eBay for $85 and you pay $2.60 here for this watch. These are major deals. So make sure that you hop on to these deals. I'm going to have the links in the description. As always, of course, if you have any questions, make sure that you add those to the comment section. I'm going to catch you in the comment section like I always do. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. I'm hoping that you have a fantastic shopping, Black Friday shopping experience. Hopefully this was informative. Again, let me know with any questions and I'm going to catch you in the next video. Up until that next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.